may get a couple words. He promised he wouldn't sing.
Yeah. Does this work? Is this on? Well, I'm kind of nervous about public speaking, so I kind of took. Is this working?
Yeah.
Took the liberty of sort of pre-recording some of my remarks. So,
Oh,
let's just have this one.
Now I'd like to say a few words. Hello? I must be going. I cannot say I came to say I must be going. I'm glad I came, but just the same I must be going. No, you must stay. If you should go away, what is talking I am doing? I'll stay a week or two. I'll stay the summer through. But I am telling you, I must be going.
I'm just kidding, of course. I'm not going to stay a week or two, and I'm certainly not going to stay the summer through. And in keeping with my, oh, and by the way, for Bill, is Bill here? When I say I must be going, that doesn't mean I may be going. But I'm definitely not kidding when I say I'm glad I came here to the State Insurance Fund. But just the same, I must be going. And as you might imagine, I've been doing a lot of reminiscing about the last 20 years here and the path getting here. I did a lot of wandering around on the way. Then eventually I stumbled across this lawyer thing, and it worked out okay for me. And then I stumbled across this State Insurance Fund thing, and that worked out really well. But before that, among other things, I spent a few years trying to be a school teacher. And I don't know if any of you could tell, particularly people in claims might know that some of that's kind of carried over to this job. I've done a few training sessions, a lot of instructions, and those of you in claims who have read my memos, you might notice I tend to get kind of instructional in those, like, you know, reminding you of certain things, like, okay, for an occupational disease, manifestation is not the same as the first symptoms. Okay, and if we're going to deny a claim for late notice, well, you got to consider, well, were we prejudiced by that late notice? Okay. This might seem kind of a nerdy wish, but I kind of hope my legacy might live on in some of the memos I left behind. And along those lines, while I was cleaning up, I came across one that I thought might be a good note to share with you. It has some general application, might be a good note to go out on. And I promise it's not one of my real long ones. It's actually quite a short one.
Oh, no.
But I do have to set up the background on this. Let's see, who did I do this to? Oh, Lisa Kearns. Well, in order to explain this, I got to set the background up on Lisa Kearns, because some of you newer folks might be kind of surprised by this, but there was a time when Lisa was known to be kind of tough on these claimants. She even had a few nicknames. Some used to call her Cleopatra because she was Queen of Denial. I knew this guy who had another nickname for her. Remember Seinfeld? Remember the episode with the soup Nazi? Stand in line right here. No soup for you. Well, Lisa at times would be like that with claimants. Like, no benefits for you. So with that background, this was actually just kind of a quick follow-up memo where I was asked to review one of those big files that had gone on for years, and the guy had had multiple surgeries. And he was looking at another one, and we were resisting. And of course, we had a claimant's attorney on the other side clamoring and pestering. And even as I looked at it, it looked like even our opinions, our IME opinions, were pointing to the fact that the guy needed another surgery. And I was kind of baffled of, like, why are we being so resistant here? And then as I went through the whole file, back to the beginning, back to the notice of injury, I kind of had a aha moment. Oh, this might be it. So I did this memo to Lisa. I think I need my glasses here. And this is what the subject line, I figured it out. And I just simply said, I think I figured out why you guys took such a hard line on this case. As set forth in the attached record, that was the notice of injury. Claimant was on a beam with a cutting torch when something caught fire, causing him to jump, resulting in various injuries. ER reports indicate, among other things, that claimant suffered a burn on his right hip. This causes me to infer that the incident described above resulted in his trousers igniting, etc. So, for future cases, please try to remember, it's only a saying. Just because his pants were on fire, it doesn't really mean he's a liar. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Leah.
Well, let's eat cake.
Let them eat cake.
Congrats, David.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations.